In this video, I want to talk about the depth of fields. That means where are the pending orders. In some platforms such as Binance, you can actually see the walls, the buy walls and the sell walls. Here, you can have a buy wall. That means that the price is in the middle and it's getting closer to the pending orders. Once the sellers move the prices down here, all this avalanche is going to eat all of this, and that's when the price goes up. But what exactly does this mean? It means that there's a lot of buy force here that's making the price rise. So when you set an order and you put down here, for example, buy by market, you show up here in the market trades. These are the trades that are happening right now in this very same second. So you can see that there's a lot of volume in here in Bitcoin, and this goes for all the markets. But they are really small compared to the massive market that is actually available in every market, which means that it only moves the price by little amount of value. But when the masses come, when let's say that all these pending orders here at the price that you can see here below, they decide to remove their pending order and buy by market, then all this wall eats all this, and that's when the price gets an impulse. But we can see it in another way. We can think about in terms of corrective phases, and that happens when the price, let's say that there's an impulse, the buy wall eats the sells, and then it's small and it meets another wall that's the sell wall, the same size, and then they start selling, and then another one starts to buy, and then another one starts to sell, and when they close each other, then a decision making of more buyers to push the price higher, and that usually happens when the sellers stop selling and they switch sides and they start buying too. I just wanted to make sure you understand what is the depth of chart. It's actually like the hidden volume, the pending orders behind the price. But where do we find these levels? Why people are here? And what is happening? And what's happening down here and what's happening above it, right? Well, when we look at the charts, we can see that we can spot these places by actually using, for example, Fibonacci. So I expect here to have a big sell wall, which means that the price is going to go up really easy here because there is not much depth of volume, depth of field, so the price just slides up and move. But once it reaches a certain level where a lot of people have pending orders, the buyer pressure is going to go up, but then the sellers are activated and they start selling like crazy, and that's when the price gets rejected from buyers and it goes down again. And the same goes for the price and the same goes for the price in the bottom. A lot of people will put their pending orders here in the 786. So when the price goes down, it's going down really slow, but once it touches it, a lot of sellers are getting liquidated because all the buyers will be actually buying. And you can see this candle here, which is really a nice one to get at these levels. That means that a lot of orders are activated and the sellers gets destroyed, so the bulls win this movement. It goes up and then more sellers want to push it down, but there are more buyers here in the market, so it goes up. A lot of sellers still want to sell this, so it moves down again. But once it touches 2 times the 786, that's a strong bounce, and that makes the price to rise really strong. So I guess when this happened, a lot of people set their orders here and said, okay, this is going to retest this zone again, and a lot of pending orders were here activated, and that made the price burst up here, and that can be considered an impulse. There's another way to check a volume hidden in the charts, and that's for example this website here. You have the Tensor charts, and this is to look, for example, at Bitcoin. And you can see that there's a lot of pending orders right here in this zone when the price was here, and right now you get more order pending here, and that's why when the price came down, they activated and made the price move up, and we didn't have a lot of sell orders here, so that's why the price just went up. So this is a way to understand where the people are expecting the price to come back to get in again, and that's one of the reasons why the prices meet resistance and support. You can see here the volume, for example, of 12 million at 38,300, and there's also a 13 million at 37,600. So each other have to cancel each other, but let's remember that this is only pending orders and not the actual money that can get in and out in just a second, because that should be the market buy. These are only sell limits and buy limits, buy stops and sell stops. Just make sure you are part of the right trend movement, so you get your pending orders along with the masses, and you don't get, for example, you don't want to be here if the price only stops here and goes away without you, and you don't want to be too close because the sellers can eat you and then the buyers goes up and you stay out of the trade. So make sure that you put it somewhere that your trade is activated but not beat it. So that's basically it for this video. I just want to make sure you understand what is the pending orders and the market and the depth of field of any market.